And now your Fox 34 Weather Authority forecast with Chief Meteorologist Matt Ernst.
The wind is going to stay up through tonight. Southwesterly about 15 to 25, which means it'll stay mild. Low temp at about 56. We're in the mid 80s at noon, up to 92 tomorrow afternoon. And a strong southwest wind, likely some blowing dust. Dangerous fire weather conditions tomorrow, not only across the South Plains, but much of the region. Pink is showing where the worst conditions are, even in the orange and the red. At least some wildfire risk tomorrow. But this is where the worst conditions will be. This is about as bad as it gets, like we saw last week. Really strong wind, incredibly dry and hot with the temperature up in the 90s tomorrow. So obviously no outdoor burning. That's common sense. But also got to be careful with anything that could even just produce a spark or just some heat near tall grass. Could be all it takes to start a huge fire that damages thousands of acres and threatens homes or lives. So please be careful tomorrow. Here's the wind speed. First through tonight, southwesterly, averaging about 15 to 25. So a steady breeze all the way through morning. And pretty quickly after sunrise, the wind will take off. I think it's going to be strongest tomorrow, probably about 3 or 4 o'clock until 6 o'clock. That's why I see the southwest wind sustained at 30, maybe 35, gust at times up to 50. And again, with it in the 90s, humidity is going to be down around 5%. Very, very dry tomorrow afternoon. Wednesday, we see a northerly wind moving on in. That's going to knock the temperature down for Wednesday and Thursday back down into the 70s. But tomorrow, red flag warning is in place all across our area and pretty much the western half of the state because of those dangerous fire weather conditions. Here are the lows, 50s, some 60s out east, maybe dropping into the upper 40s farther northwest from Portales to Farwell and Friona. And we see the heat return tomorrow back into the 90s. Farther north and east of Lubbock may have a few locations up into the triple digits. We're forecasting 98 Paducah, 97 at Turkey, about 91 at Hobbs. I want to show you then as we look ahead later on this week, may actually have some thunderstorms. Chance for storms is looking pretty good. This is for Friday afternoon and evening. The Storm Prediction Center shows Panhandle, South Plains, Permian Basin, and points east with the risk for some severe storms. This far out, we're still not sure if the moisture will return this far west, but at least it's playing out pretty nice right now. 40% chance for storms on Friday, and where they develop, some could become severe. Then cooling off just a bit heading into the weekend in the 60s. Definitely the hot day out of this 7-day is tomorrow with the dangerous fire weather conditions.